Hey guys, it's Cherry Volk, and this is going to be a bit of a different video. So, um, I am starting to get into competing, playing in tournaments and whatnot, and as you can see, I'm doing a lot of beat sets and losing, and um, I'm still just kind of experimenting with what's going to work for me competitively. I could learn a new character, maybe as a secondary, but I really don't want to. So what I decided to do was I wanted to look into the general approach of what I'm going to call reset smoke. So what does reset smoke mean? So you mostly have seen this with Just Nasty using sub, but I'm looking at this as more of a general play style that more than one cameo accommodates, and you use the cameos that work for this to counterpick when you need to, right? So, like if I was playing against Liu Kang, who zoning is kind of the thing with Liu Kang, right? You would use sub for the anti zoning, or if it's a character that you need to get in on, but you don't necessarily need to worry about zoning. You might use Kano or you might use Striker or something like that, right? So, kind of want to talk about what the basic philosophy behind this kind of team is with Smoke. So, Smoke, you can see this all the time.
He's plus I think it's 24. Yeah, plus 24 on hit when he does forward 1-2. He's always plus 24. So the idea is that you do a confirm, and instead of taking the full combo, this is what you do. Hold on. So you do it in a standing position, but allows you to frost or sub freeze, Kano knives, striker grenades. These are like the four best ones for this. Sector might be usable in this capacity, but likely not. I think the missile takes too long to come out. So let's just look off the jab. So we start with our weakest version of this at 20%. And then while we're invisible, we're mixing lower overhead, right? So I'm going to go with overhead because it's the lower damage. And then you just do your basic B&B. So when this works out, as you can see, for 1 bar, depending on the health of the character, you're doing half-life, over half-life, or just below half-life, like 40% at maximum achievable health of 1200 for 1 bar. Now, there are drawbacks to this approach. Obviously, the problem is if they block correctly, then you know you're fucked. You wasted a bar to do subpar damage for nothing. But if it works, the reward is quite high. Like, even let's just look at this, right? Like, I hit you like this. I hit you again. And then let's say I want to spend 2 bars, right? Now I'm clutching out the game from almost 70% life. And the thing is that this kind of plays into Smoke's more minimalist playstyle, right? So this also helps him playing the life lead game because it allows you to, get a pretty substantial hit and first hit you get you have them at half life, and now they have to catch back up, and then they have to try to get it on you and all that, and then you just do that every time you hit them, right? So, I want to talk about the drawbacks of this beyond the obvious, right? They block the mix-up. So, most of the cameos that facilitate this style of smoke are lower health. Everyone who is good for this, except Sub, is going to put you at 950 health. Actually, no, I think Frost is standard, so you'll have 1,000 health for Frost, but with Kano, with Striker, you're going to be at 950. So, depending on the matchup you're playing, it's going to be your health is going to be a little lower than usual. The other problem is that the cameos that facilitate this are all very dry, right? Sub is literally just a neutral resetting on block move, a combo starter, and then the ice shield. Kano literally just has the knives, the ball roll, and then this move nobody uses. Striker just has plus frames of baton or grenades, right? So these cameos are not very diverse. That's a big trend amongst the cameos that allow Smoke to do this, is they have zero diversity. So that's a little bit of an issue. But the more I play, the more that it's starting to feel like, in fact, I may have been wrong this whole time, and this might actually be the way to play this character. Because of how efficient the reward for the decision is. The other thing about this is that it's kind of intensive executionally when you're using Kano and Striker especially. So like if I want to combo up my jab, my 1-1, you have to input your ambush really fast. Especially to do all of this, like doing this, all the 4-3 hit confirm is really hard. But worth it, obviously. So that's one thing. And then because this approach is so high reward, right? This allows you to, first of all, you never have to take a risk doing forward 3-2 unless you want to. Because if you don't mind spending the cameo a second time, you can get this twice in a row. So, like, if I wanted to do something like this, hold on. Gotta not drop it, first of all. Right, so at the very least, you get 20% into like 16, still do almost 40 at the very weakest of your options. But there's definitely a lot of merit to this. So, we'll go over some other cameos that like sort of offer like an alternative version of this, and this is the arguably worst version, but the cameos that allow you to do this are more diverse, like they have better overall kits, and that is you do something and you go invisible and you end the combo in jump 3-4-4. Because the knockdown for this string is really good. As you can see, it puts you right on top of them. So an example of doing this would be something like this. Let me see if I can get this to come out correctly. So, like you do 3-2, 3-2, Sonya Call, and then Smoke Bomb. Right? And then, let me do the actual proper. You're on top of them, you do it again. Now, the benefit of this is you get to loop the invisibility, right? So you're doing a knockdown vortex at the cost of having to deal with the wake-up mechanics. So it depends on what you're more willing to do. If you're willing to make more of a read on things like that, then you can do it. The problem is when it comes to this stuff is like with Sonya, if you want to get something off the 4-3 solo hit confirm or your jab, you have to spend the whole cameo bar because it requires you to do leg grab, right? So I do this, and then you get in, right? But you just use your whole cameo bar to get there. Same thing goes for like, what's another cameo that allows for this? Scorpion. Yeah, we'll go Scorpion. So same thing with Scorpion. You can get a hit like this. And then you're on top of them and you're going to do, 60% this time instead of 50 when it works, right? So it has the potential to work out very well for you. And even then, like, you can get a big hit like this. Hold on. Right? Do almost 40%. You still have 2 bars left to be a full stick of butter. And then you murder them, right? You're doing like 80% here off one mix-up. So that's pretty good, but the setback to this, like I just showed, is that you have to make a read on knockdown. With some characters, you just don't want to deal with that. So optimally, you are kind of looking more at using the ones to give you restand situations. Now, there are other cameos in this game that give you this conditionally, like in the corner, for example. So if I'm playing Serena, right, Serena is Serena, but if you do corner the person, you actually get this. You do huge damage. Look at this. So with Serena, you're going to get 65% off one bad read in the corner. Very easily. But only in the corner, right? And you can do it either way. You don't have to do the jump in. I'm pretty sure you can do this. See if I can do it. It's tight. Because the grounded invisibility has a lot more recovery. It's very hard to input like this. Okay, yeah, I don't think you can do that. So, unfortunately, the consequence of this is you have to lose that the corner positioning. You have to get this to work. I mean, you can do a combo to kind of reposition yourself. But the annoying thing, of course, is that combo does less damage, right? Because what you have to do is teleport down back to ender instead of just doing 1-1-2 and getting the maximum ender damage, which can be annoying. But this can still be pretty strong. Another example of something you can do with this, with Serena, so I had this set to up block. So what you can do instead with Serena is you can do something like this. They have barely the time to up block, which means that you can kind of anti jump in on them, and obviously you get good damage for that. But this situation is mostly best in the corner. You use it like this, and then you do your invisibility, jump 1 forward, 1-2, and then you do your mix up and take a damage. Giving up the corner is not that bad, so don't get me wrong. With Serena, this is not necessarily a bad idea. Now, let's see, is there anything else I can touch on here before I go to what I want to talk about? I guess not. So anyway, so let's talk about all the cameos that allow you to do this. So I obviously went over Kano. I'm going to show Striker, because Striker gives you this same setup. So you do the exact same shit here. Exact same shit. And obviously, you have Sub-Zero and Frost. And same kind of thing, right? You see what Just Nasty does. He goes like this. Smoke bomb, jump on forward 1-2 into mix. People with sub like to just use the whole thing because, you know, you're doing like 40 or not 40, but like 60 plus instead of 50, right? I don't know if I would necessarily do this unless you know it's gonna kill. You know, you kind of always want to keep the cameo meter on deck. Right? So, same thing for Frost. Hold on. It's a little awkward with Frost for some reason. Yeah, it's really annoying with Frost. Just give me a second. So, same thing. So these are the ones that give you the guaranteed, I'm gonna restand you, and you absolutely have to hold the mix up, right? You have no options, you can't armor out, can't jump out, can't do anything. And then you have the second classification, which are cameos that allow you to smoke bomb in the middle of a juggle to get to the invisibility. So these are like Goro, Sonya, Kung Lao, and I'll show you actually with Kung Lao, it's very easy to do this. So you can literally just smoke bomb here. Or no, this is what you do. Like this. You actually did 1 to 2 1 2. So do this, do 3 2, 3 2. Just give me. Now you do 3 2 dash 2 1 2, add spin, smoke bomb. But you have to do it kind of fast. But this works. You can get full combo into the situation. Goro definitely gives you this because this has so much launch time that you pretty much can't hit. Let me see if I can hit it. Right. It's a little bit of a different kind of situation, but you are getting this, right? I've seen some people say you can do run up stand for smoke bomb like that, but I don't know if that's what we're trying to go for. This is already precarious enough to do. But still, see, you're like right in front of them and you get to reset them and do a juggle or whatever. So I've been playing this style of smoke pretty heavily as of late. Oh yeah, also sorry, and Jan Cage. You can do this with Jan Cage too. Because you do like this. So Janet's going to get you the highest damage out of this particular kind of reset, where they're going invisible and ending a juggle. But the more consistently effective one is to do the ones where your opponent never gets juggled, right? It's just a restand situation. So, this right here. And this really does seem to work. I mean, it's annoying if your reset doesn't work, right? It's annoying if they block, but otherwise your reward is so proportionally high. It's like, why wouldn't you do this, right? Why wouldn't you? And even then, when you can't get this to work, like with Striker and Smoke both, you still get full combos off your jab by doing this. See if I can. Let me see something here, actually. Yeah. So, you can still do this and get a full combo without meter, right? So, if you realize if you do this reset one time against almost anybody with any health value, you will still, you're gonna kill them the next time they get hit, pretty much. And I'll even show this with, we'll put myself against the highest health team in the game, Shao Tremor. Sorry for my cat, he won't stop going off here. So, Shao Tremor has 1200 health. So let's look at this situation again. We'll do it off my jab because it's least damage. So it's still like, what's that? Like, it's like 45% instead of 50% of his health, right? He started at 1200, he's at 600, it looks like 52 health from what I'm seeing on my TV, from the weakest starter, right? So that means, like, from this, that's pretty much 50. See if I can do this one, like, this is, there we go. And then off the 212, which is your optimal, yeah, 212-1114, you get 28% and then into the mix. And then against Shao, that's like more than half-life, right? So you can also do the juggles into invisibility with both Striker and Kano. So, like, if I wanted to do it that way, is what it would look like. Fuck me. Fuck. This is kind of tricky with Kano because you can accidentally trigger that like that. So you can do a juggle like that. I didn't do it quite right, but you'll be able to get 3-4-4 there, and then you would be able to, you know, go for the mix-up on knockdown. So, I find this kind of interesting, and I'm considering switching over to playing Smoke this way, because this does seem like, unfortunately, As much as I think Smoke is a good character, he definitely has flaws, and it kind of feels like he's in a position where he's just got to be able to fucking kill you if he hits you. And this is about as close as it gets. You could choose to live in a world where you decide, no, I'm just going to do combos like this, but it just does not feel reasonable to go for. So yeah, I didn't want to make a video on this because I wanted a long time to experiment with this kind of thing. In Combat League, I've been playing my standard kind of teams, but I've been doing a lot of player matches and stuff, playing like this. I'm taking it into Combat League now, and yeah, I have to say it's more consistent than my teams. I hate to say it, and I hate to say it too because I find this play style with Smoke to be sort of boring in how effective it is, but it does work. So anyway, now that I've kind of spent some time talking about this, I think I'm gonna cut and we're gonna do like 4 ranked matches of me showing you this in action so you can see it actually work. So let's cut to that, I guess.
Round 1, fight!
Not fun being hunted, is it?
Round 2, fight!
Let this be a lesson.
Final round, fight! Liu Kang wins. Round 1, fight!
hunted, is it?
Round 2. Fight. Finish him. Smoke wins. Round 1. Fight.
You should run now.
Round 2. Fight.
You wait.
You got a light?
Fatality. Smoke wins. Round 1. Fight.
fun being hunted, is it?
Round 2. Fight!
Who's next?
Brutality! Smoke wins!
Madam,
Round 1. Fight!
time to be done. Hunted down.
It's not over yet.
Round 2. Fight!
I am the hunter.
Final round. Fight! Finish him!
Not fun being hunted, is it?
Final round. Fight. Finish him. Smoke. Win. Round one. Fight.
I am the hunter.
Round two. Fight. Final round. Fight. Finish him.